Right guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. In this one I'm just going to be showing you how to run internally routed cables through your frame for your front and rear derailleur. So if you want to know how to change the cables and just run the actual cables into the frame itself, then I'll go ahead, I'll show you how. There's no special tools required, so let's crack on with it. Right, so the first thing we do is we're working on the rear derailleur to start with, is I'll just snip off the end cable stop on there. Then once you've done that, just disconnect your derailleur cable and your pinch bolt, pull it back out of the way, and then just tighten down your pinch bolt there, save losing it, nip that up, and then what we'll do is we'll just pull the cable out the barrel adjuster there to leave it like that. Now you can, if you've got a length of outer cable on here, you can just remove that, so you just leave the bare cable like so in situ. So just leave that dangling there for a minute. Right, so you see the outer cable where it comes into your frame for the rear derailleur. Still comes into your frame here or somewhere around this area it's going to come in. Now if that's the case, then what you can do is, because you've disconnected the cable the other end like I just showed, you can just pull this out of there like that, making sure that you're not pulling the cable through so as it's coming through the chainstay, the inner cable. Make sure it's staying in place at that end, you're not pulling it through. If you pull a bit, doesn't matter if you pull a little bit through like so, but just make sure you don't accidentally pull it out. You've got to leave the inner cable in the frame. So if you see it where it is there, you can snip it here like that, leave as much as you can, so it's in there like that now. And then what you can do then is just go up to your shifter, whatever you've got, and remove the last piece out of the shifter body. Right, so it's left like that. As you can see, the cable sticking out the inner, and then on the opposite end, I'll just show you, you've got the cable sticking out like so out of the chainstay. So I'll show you what I'll do next. Right, so the next part of the process is using a piece of plastic like so, hollow tube plastic. Looks like this, doesn't have to be black, it can come in clear plastic, you can see, like that. So the bore size in internal diameter is 2mm, so as it goes over the cable like so. So you can push it over, as you can see, so as it goes over the cable. Right, so with the front derailleur, what we'll do is we'll just snip off the stop like so. Just pull off the cover there if yours is like that. Now what we do is we disconnect the cable from your pinch bolt like so, and then pull it out of the derailleur so you can see it like so. Then what I'll do is we get a piece of plastic tube again, making sure you've got a clean cut on it to be able to push it over. So when you push that over like so, if it's got a kink in anywhere where it's been through the pinch bolt, just cut it off past that kink so it goes over easily. Then you can push that on down over it like that. Right, so we've removed the cover from the bottom bracket there, cable guide. So what you can see now is where we just put the plastic through, that's coming through from the chainstay, that one, as you can see it's here, there's the inner cable still inside it, so that's through now. There's the one from the front derailleur coming straight down there. So you can get your cable inner and pull it through like so. That's the one that went to the front. Now it goes up the down tube, so you can just leave it there. And then we've got the one there going to the rear. You can see at the other end over here, there. So that one goes through there to the derailleur on the chainstay. So the cable's there, so you can just pull that out like that. So that's left in situ now. So you just leave those there for a minute. Just don't lose them. Just tuck them out of the way. Make sure they don't fall out. Then we'll carry on with the down tube. Right, so where the piece of plastic just came out from the chainstay, the cable would have been coming out of here. So what you can do is just pull it through all the way from the derailleur and just leave it hanging. And then what you want to do then is go up to your head tube, or wherever the cable comes out, up at the top of the bike. Right, so we're up by the head tube now. This is the rear for the derailleur. Now, same thing applies. You get yourself a piece of plastic tube there and just thread it over, making sure the cable doesn't disappear out of the frame, like so. So you can get that in place. So put it all the way through, like so, until it comes out. Obviously it's following the old inner cable. So get it all the way down to the bottom, and then there it is out the bottom. We can move both of them. If you don't want this falling back through the frame, or you're worried the plastic would disappear through there and you won't be able to do anything, just get yourself a piece of tape, wrap around there a few times and just leave it sticking out a bit so it can't fall back through, or just stick it to your frame there, like so, temporarily, just so you know it's not going to fall inside the down tube. And also, while you got it there like that, hold this end and hold the other end and pull backwards and forwards like that, making sure that it is got a nice clear run. If that's moving nice and cleanly in there, then you know it's not fouled up on anything else that's in there, so it won't affect the shifting. It's not wrapped around another cable that's in there or anything like that, or a hose. This doesn't apply obviously if you've got full outer cables that go right through your frame and out the bottom and all the way through to the chainstay from around the bottom bracket area. So if this is just a cable on its own, there's no actual plastic inside the frame, it's just going through there on its own. Depends how yours is. Some bikes they're different, just depends. So now we just pull out the old cable that's in there like that, pull it all the way out. So now we've got a means of getting a new cable. Once it's put through your shifter, you got a means of getting it round and then down. Once you run it through your outer cable, then you got a means of getting it through down to the bottom bracket. Right, so now we're on the front derailleur cable. Obviously we've put the bit of plastic throughout the bottom so we know we can get it up to where it needs to go around the bottom bracket. So same with this side, you can just pull out your cable. Obviously don't lose it up inside the frame down the bottom there, just keep an eye on it. Then snip it off there, so you can get it out of your shifter body later on. So once you've got it there, then same again, put over your piece of plastic over it like that, and then same thing applies. What you want to do is hold it down by the bottom bracket and then push it through like that, so as it's not pushing the inner all the way through. So that just slides over the inner, then it go all the way down, then you feel it come out the bottom. Like I said, you can just put a bit of tape on it like that, stop it falling through the frame like that. Just hold it there and then you pull out the cable out of the bottom. Right, so there's the outer plastic there and the front derailleur cable coming down from the down tube. So I'll just get hold of that and then just pull out the inner cable, leaving the black plastic in situ like that. So there it is there. You'll see it up the other end. Right, so we've got all the plastics inside the frame as you've seen now. So what I've done is I'm working on the front derailleur first. So I've got the cable in from the shifter, run it through. Just make sure you remember to put any stops or anything on the end before you put it through the frame, so you won't be able to do it afterwards. Then all I'll do is get the end of the cable, the inner there, and put it through the plastic. It's going to go down the down tube and out to the under the bottom bracket. We just pass that down there. It's already come out the other end. I'll just keep going to get rid of that bit like that. So once we got it to there, we go down the bottom there. Right, so here's the cable. As you can see, the inner coming out of the plastic there. It's just come down the down tube. Then we've got the other piece of plastic in here, just there, which is just literally going to there. As you can see, that's all it's doing. It's going in there like that. So what I'll do now is you just put that up through, and then push that up like that. So we pushed it in place, and then if I just pull off this piece here like there, there's the, so I'll pull this one off, short piece, and there's the cable there. So what I can do now is we just remove the piece of tape that we put up the top, just hold that one in situ by the head tube there, and then we've got the other one, the other piece of plastic just there. Make sure you don't lose it. You can put that up through. And what I'll do is I'll remove that one as well. So pull that out like that. Then we're left with a cable in there, like so. Right, so here we are with the rear cable now. So I'll do the same again. We'll just get that, put it down all the way. That'll come out the down by the bottom bracket. Just make sure you put any stops or anything on your cables before you do that. So we get that down. That's come out the bottom now. Then all I'll do is show you down there. We'll put that one through the chainstay. Right, so there's the inner cable there. So what I'll do is I'll just remove the piece of tape holding it at the other end up by the head tube. And then what we'll do is we can just pull this one out. This is the one that's going through the chainstay there. So what I'll do is pull that one out. Now the cable's inside the frame. So there it is there. So that's that one to there. And then what we do then is just put it back through there to get that going through like that. And once it's gone through far enough, we can just pull it out. I'll pull the piece of plastic off the other end. Right, so here's a piece of plastic, so I'll just pull that off. And there's the inner there, ready to go, be hooked up to your derailleur once you put your outer cable on. Right, so you can clearly see the two cables there. There's the front derailleur one, there's the rear. Obviously they're not hooked up yet, so you can just pull them down like that, because what you need to do then is on this particular setup, obviously we need to put the cover back on there, so you need to pull the cables down and we just put them around where they need to go in the two slots, then put the little screw back in just to hold it. Right, so there's the cover reinstalled there with the two cables, you can see. Right, so there we have the cable up through the front derailleur there, so it's ready to be hooked up. And then same at the rear. Cable's coming through, it's ready to be hooked up. That's the new inner there. So I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more cycle related content. Till next one, ride safe and I'll see you then.